Nehalennia was the goddess of mariners, the sea, fertility, trade, prosperity and good fortune. Her cult flourished in the Netherlands, France and Germany between the 2nd and 3rd centuries AD. The goddess protected sailors, merchants and traders during their perilous voyages across the North Sea. Craftsmen depicted Nehalennia as a young woman wearing the traditional attire of a long dress, short cloak, hat and boots. She held a basket of fruit, bread, patera or cornucopia while seated on a throne. The fruit, bread, cornucopia and patera symbolized fertility and abundance in the Gallo-Roman era. The ships and loyal hounds on altars and reliefs suggested Nehalennia was a goddess of the underworld. Nehalennia cared for those who drowned at sea. She carried their souls on a ship to the unknown lands of the underworld. Roman deities often accompanied Nehalennia, and enhanced her divine attributes in the mortal realm. Neptune ruled over the ocean and storms at sea. Mercury was a familiar god of trade, travelers, and the underworld. Fortuna was the beautiful goddess of good fortune, fate and luck. Devotees worshipped Nehalennia at two large temple complexes near Domburg and Kolensplat along the southwest coast of the Netherlands. The altars, sculptures and inscriptions to Nehalennia confirmed she was a local goddess of mariners, traders, ships and their cargoes. Domburg was a major port and center of trade between the late 1st and 3rd centuries AD. Sailors and merchants prayed to Nehalennia at her temple on the island of Walcheren before setting out on their dangerous trips to Britain. The crews of ships cast offerings into the sea near Walcheren. The offerings invoked the divine protection of Nehalennia during rituals. Genuente, or present-day the village of Kolensplat, in the Netherlands was also a bustling harbor during the Roman era. Sea captains, crews and passengers solicited the divine protection of the goddess so they may enjoy safe passage to and from Britain. The sea eventually reclaimed the shrine of Nehalennia on the island of Walcheren near Domburg. Her sanctuary at Kolensplat also vanished beneath the waves of the North Sea. Scholars suspect a small statue of a woman at Canterbury in Kent was a representation of Nehalennia. The goddess cradled a dog in her arms while seated on a throne. The statuette suggested the cult of Nehalennia spread to Britain from coastal settlements in the Netherlands. Sailors and merchants carried the cult of Nehalennia along the rivers Rhine and Scheldt. There were dedications to Nehalennia on altars and inscriptions at the Gallo-Roman sanctuaries in Cologne and Trier. Followers dedicated votive offerings to the goddess at Besançon, Bourgogne-Franche-Comté, in eastern France. Tongeren in Belgium may also have been a cult center of Nehalennia. The depictions of Nehalennia with a cornucopia and basket of fruit suggested settlements near water worshipped her as an earth goddess of fertility and abundance. The archaeological evidence confirmed the Celtic and Germanic tribes honored Nehalennia as an important goddess of the sea. However, the Romans did not mention Nehalennia in their written accounts even though she was a well-known water deity in Europe. Nehalennia disappeared from history and her shrines vanished beneath the waves of the sea over the millennia. The recent discovery of artifacts belonging to her cult has renewed interest in Nehalennia as one of the few sea goddesses worshipped by the tribes in Europe.